If I have any expertise, it's in dealing with young companies and going through their growth phases. You know, you learn some things on the way so you don't repeat your mistakes. And I've always had people around me who have more technological competence than I do. I've never pretended to be a techie. Everyone who ever writes or interviews me always wants to talk about Apple or America Online. I would say that I'm probably most proud of a company called Cellular Communications, which got the first license for a cellular franchise in the state of Ohio and ended up building a national and then international company and split into 5 pieces and had a whole life cycle associated with it in terms of going public ultimately and then getting sold.
You know, Alan was our senior partner and our guide in sort of traveling these untrod pathways. Not everything succeeded, of course, but the key to the business is that more succeed than fail. And you know, you can only lose 100 cents on a dollar, and you can make 10 times it.
I guess I've always been identified with women entrepreneurs.
Said to me, did I want to learn the business from the ground up, which I later learned was his code for paying me very little.
The first person I hired when I started business was a woman who became a partner of mine.
And by the way, the management teams, we saw them then, with one exception in the 70s, were all male.
There weren't any women in the business.
This management team called Alan and said, do we have to work with that girl? I was that girl. And he said, because we were a small firm, he said, well, she's all we've got.
I think that if you're looking at startup investments, the first thing you have to look at is the people behind it.
I've learned from Alan that it's the team. My own investing has been team-oriented. So while companies may stay the course throughout their life cycle, most will actually pivot. And if you have the best team in place and you can nurture that team and you can have the relationship with that team, you can help them through those pivots, through the tough times.
I always have said that I'd rather have people and no product than have a terrific product and no people to manage it and improvise and be creative.
This venture business is habit forming.
Here's a guy who clearly could have retired many times over. And the fact that he's chosen to do it at early stage, which is, on the one hand, the hardest, because you're inventing and having the most trouble as these young companies try to push their way up out of the ground, I think is really compelling.
I think he probably goes on vacation and finds deals. That's the way it works.